Duck Hunt's playstyle is a mixture of offense and defense. Despite what you might think, Duck Hunt's kit allows him to play more than just campy, and it is highly recommended you do so. He relies heavily on stage control and zoning with his projectiles. He features a plethora of projectiles, great spacing tools, a fantastic keep away game, and a great pressure game. With all of this, he can switch between a good offense and defensive game on the fly. Duck Hunt's neutral is one of the most versatile neutrals out of the entire cast. You can utilize his projectiles for camping purposes and offensive purposes. Deciding how to use these projectiles is up to you, and there is no one right way to play this character. That being said, there are definitely certain playstyles that are recommended for certain matchups to make it easier. There are 3 different ways of playing the duo. Campy, which consists of staying away from your opponent at all times. Your goal is to have a constant wall of projectiles rolling out at all times. You are not concerned about trying to kill them quickly. If they can't touch you and they keep getting hit, you're bound to win. Next is aggressive. This playstyle can consist of poking at an opponent to block any sort of approach by keeping them at bay in one area of the stage, as well as avoiding damage by constantly moving. Last is a mixture of both, which is the most common. You will be getting up close and personal with your opponent and camp out your opponent when needed. This style is usually defined by a perfect blend of projectiles and boxing. Generally, you will find players of this playstyle approaching their opponent with a projectile, following them, or laying them down in a specific area to trap their opponents or to combo them into later. In the end, with Duck Hunt being such a flexible character, play him how you see fit and what complements your playstyle. Forward air is one of the moves I use most as Duck Hunt. The duck lunges forward and attacks, and it's a great tool for spacing the opponent. Fair does 10% sweet spot and 7.5% sour or late. It comes out frame 9 to 10 and has a late hitbox from 11 to 12. One great usage aside from a spacing tool is its combo potential. At low percent, a fair can lead into a grab on the ground or another fair in the air, but don't expect to kill with this move. It has a very low knockback and won't be killing until post to 175%. Duck Hunt's down air is a very useful and fun tool in his kit. This is a 2-hit spike that is able to auto cancel out of a short hop. First hit does 5% and comes out frame 14, and the spike hitbox comes out on frame 20 and does 10%. This move can be used to cross up sealed safely, start combos, shield poke, and of course edge guard. This is a great tool to use on stage. You are able to move freely around while throwing out a hitbox and can set up combos and even a kill confirm. At around 120%, you can do down air to up air guaranteed, and it should kill on any stage that isn't battlefield. 140% for heavyweights. You do need to make sure you follow their DI however. Back air is another semi-useful spacing move, but when using it for this purpose, it's best to go with forward air. But this move's use comes from its high kill potential, which Duck Hunt heavily lacks. It starts KOing at 150% at center stage and 115% at the ledge. This is our strongest KO option with aerials. Does 12% sweet spot and 10% sour. Comes out frame 7 to 8 and has a late hitbox from 9 to 10. This move can be auto canceled out of a short hop. However, if you don't auto cancel it, you will land with 24 frames of lag, so do be careful when using it close to the ground. Duck Hunt's nair is a tool I don't find myself using too much, but definitely has some uses. This move features Duck Hunt doing a cartwheel in the air with multiple hitboxes. The first hitbox covers the body of the dog and does 11%. It comes out frame 6 to 8. The move has 4 lingering hitboxes after the initial hitbox that are placed on his paws. This leads to weird hit detection. This lingering part lasts from frame 9 to 37 and does 5%, and it has 17 frames of landing lag. This aerial is sometimes good to throw out as the hitboxes are fairly large and cover his whole body and can be used to edge guard a lot of recoveries. Duck Hunt's up air is one of Duck Hunt's few kill moves, but really not one to just throw around willy-nilly, with it not having a ton of utility. This is a 3-hit move that is an effective combo tool and finisher. The move does 12% total with hits 1 and 2 dealing 3% and the finisher dealing 6. At around 30%, you can do an up air into a second up air or a back air. Jab is one of Duck Hunt's best tools overall, and his rapid jab is one of, if not the hardest rapid jabs to escape. You can hold the rapid jab for about 2 seconds before they fall out of your jab. If you hold it out for the maximum duration before they can escape, you can do up to 16%. Duck Hunt's jab is another one of his great spacing tools, as well as a great get off me option. Duck Hunt's up tilt surprisingly is one of his best kill moves. The move comes out frame 8 and does 7%. You mainly want to use this move to catch opponents in the air. Since this move is a single hit, you don't have to worry about the opponent falling out of this move. Use this move to start a juggle and catch landings, and it starts killing at 150% with no rage. Duck Hunt's dash attack is a useful move because it comes out fairly fast and can be used to catch landings. It is also a very useful tool that can help for placement for setups. The early hitbox is active on frames 10 to 13 and does 10%. The late hitbox is frames 14 to 19 and does 7%. This move at low percents can lead into forward air, from which you can carry your opponents all the way across the stage. Forward tilt's main use is as a get off me tool. This move comes out on frame 8 and does 8%. The knockback isn't great, so don't expect to be killing with it unless your opponent is at extremely high percents at the ledge. The other main way this move is utilized is for can control. This move comes out quick and moves your can a pretty good distance. Down tilt is used in the same way as F tilt. It is your fastest tilt, coming out on frame 6 and deals 8%. This move sends the can farther and a bit faster than forward tilt, and the two can be used interchangeably depending on the situation because of the angle the opponent is sent and utility. I put forward smash as most useful because the hitbox is significantly longer and can be used to cover get-ups. This move starts frame 17 and takes 67 frames before you can act out of it. Hits 1 and 2 deal 4% and hit 3 deals 9%. If all 3 hits connects, this means it deals 17%. This move is one of Duck Hunt's most punishable moves. Be very careful when using it at death percent. This move is notorious for having people fall out of the move after the first hit connect. This means that even if you hit them with the correct read, the move won't kill since hit 3 is the hit that kills them. This move also kills extremely early and catch people hanging on the ledge. It can be used for edge guarding and can punish linear recoveries very well. The reward for landing this move is extremely high, so finding favorable situations to use this move is highly advised. It can kill around 70% at the ledge and 110% center stage. This smash hits a total of 3 times, once forward towards the front, then to the rear, then above both of them in the middle. Hit 1 does 2%, hit 2 does 2.4%, and 3 does 10%. In total, this move does 14.4%. This move starts on frame 12 and takes 58 frames before you can act out of it. This is Duck Hunt's second strongest smash attack. It generally kills opponents around 120 off the top. This move is great for catching landings, punishing out of shield if they overextend, and catching rolls. It's a smash attack to keep in mind when looking for kills because of this, and catching one of those options can mean a stock for you. This smash attack is useful for catching rolls and spot dodges because of the location of the hits. Hit 1 is in front, 2 behind, and 3 in front again. Each shot increases in size as well. Hit 1 does 5%, hit 2 does 5%, and 3 does 6%, in total does 16. The first hit comes out frame 12 and takes 59 frames before you can act out of it. Down throw is the go-to Duck Hunt throw at most percents due to its combo potential. It deals 5% and has several potential follow-ups, some of which are guaranteed. Down throw and a fair chains at low percents is my go-to combo. Starting around 60%, you can follow up with a fair or an up air depending on their DI, and for potential kill, even though it's not guaranteed if the opponent jumps out, down throw to up air is entirely possible. Forward throw is very useful and has some combo potential as well. It deals 8% and is best used for low percent combos and positional advantage. From 0 to 15% you can do F throw to dash attack. This combo can work at later percents depending on weight, character size, and DI. From 15 to 50% you can do forward throw to forward air. This throw is only used for stage positioning, throwing your opponent into the can or throwing them off stage. It deals 9% and is best used for positional advantage. Aside from that, there aren't many uses. Up throw is in the same boat except it puts your opponent above you and can lead to mix up between up air and nair, forcing your opponent to choose an option. It deals 6% and can kill middleweights around 200%. Duck Hunt's neutral B is the can, which is one of the tools Duck Hunts heavily rely on. There are a lot of properties with the can that are need to know and too many to list in this video, so I suggest you read up on them and potential setups in the document in the description. But the gist of the can is that it is a projectile that Duck Hunt can control that can take 8 hits or 10 seconds of time before it explodes. It can hit Duck Hunt and all players can move freely, but it's a very pivotal tool for a Duck Hunt player to master because of the wide range of setups, and how you use the can basically determines your playstyle with the character, so it's definitely something to read up on if you plan on playing Duck Hunt. Here are some miscellaneous tips and tricks for the can. Place it on the ledge for great ledge traps. Throw your opponent into the can for added damage or when percents don't allow follow-ups. Try the Yusan setup. Back air can into up air kill percents. Duck Hunt's down B, the gunman, is another pivotal spacing and zoning tool in his arsenal. He summons one of 5 gunmen in front of him. Each one shoots at different times, deals different damage, shoots different distances, and sends them at a different angle. They come out on frame 6 and take up to 5% before they are knocked down. Once they are down, it takes them 2.5 seconds to disappear. This means you can't summon them until after that time is up. Gunmen are one of the best moves to use for stage control. They will cover about half the stage of Final Destination, and with their delayed shooting allows you to get follow-ups off their shots. Some standard tactics include using using them to force a shield for a free grab, to punish a shield drop after you hit it or run past them, for tech chasing, edge guarding, and to start a combo. Overall, it's a very useful tool that should be heavily utilized as a duck hunt player, and there's even more to be read up on them in the document. Here's some useful things to do with down B. Use it to force an option. If your opponent shields, grab them. If they jump, hit them with an aerial. Place it next to the ledge to hit low recoveries. Be aware if the gunman hits because it does allow for follow-ups. Side B is a great combo tool for duck hunt, but is a very high risk with 66 frames of lag after the initial throw. There are two ways you want to use this generally. You can detonate it immediately to create a nice zone control to catch your opponents trying to rush you down, or if you hit them with it, wait briefly before you detonate it so you can hit them when you are close enough with a follow-up move. The pigeon is destroyed after it receives 5% or after 3 seconds. A wide range of moves can be comboed into out of this, including forward air and up smash. Again, there are a million more need to know properties in the document. Some useful things to note about Clay Pigeon is its combo potential. Clay Pigeon into grab works at low percents, Clay Pigeon into fair, or Clay Pigeon into bear at kill percents. Be wary of the end lag. It has 66 frames before you can act after use. You can throw it fast by smashing the side and B button, or slowly by holding the direction and pressing B. Up B is Duck Hunt's recovery move. It's only useful for getting back to stage. In all honesty, it's not a very good move at all, having no hitbox and moving extremely slow. I recommend using it as close to the stage as possible to avoid getting hit out of it. To protect yourself, use Gunman and Can. You can throw out the Candor and recover next to it. This gives you a constant hitbox on your character and can give you an extra boost in recovering if it happens to blow up. For pro duck hunt players to watch for inspiration, there is Yusan from Japan, Croy, MVD's Pocket Duck Hunt, and Dandy Penguin. Watching the best of the best player character is one of the best ways to learn. Lastly, Duck Hunt is one of the most hard to understand characters in Smash 4. The work-reward ratio with this character is extremely work-heavy with only lukewarm rewards. He has an incredibly hard time killing, but with a lot of practice and hard work, once everything falls into place and you master all the setups and combos this character has to offer, you will find all your work and effort worth it. Then all of a sudden, killing isn't as difficult as it may seem, and that is the best part about playing this character.